Hey, welcome to another edition of This Is Truly News. It should be splendid.
Thank you.
It'll be wonderful.
I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be the same half-ass stuff we always do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, if you tend to do the half thing, like, subscribe, and follow This Is Truly News, because we'll fit right in with your daily efforts, endeavors.
Right. If you like not to try too hard, we're your guys.
If competent is what you're shooting for, we'll be just below that.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. Well, maybe a couple notches below that. But anyway, not to incompetent.
Well, not
Bordering
always.
Closer to incompetent, but not. What am I doing? Oh, like, subscribe, and follow. This is truly. It felt like True Confessions. Like, subscribe, and follow. This is Truly News, please. And if you got a weird story or a weird hankering to send us a story, TITR@netradio.network. Hankering is like an urge, a desire.
And I thought it was the thing you blew your nose in.
That's a hanky.
Ah.
Unless it's the thing that the Twins fans have when they're in the World Series.
Yeah, because that would be gross.
Then they're homer hankies. Yeah, and if you start waving that thing around, who?
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
If malicious apps and other cyber threats weren't enough to worry about.
Aren't they enough to worry about?
No.
Those malicious apps and cyber threats?
A team of researchers have developed a new attack technique that can steal passwords and other data from your keyboard just by listening to your keystrokes. As reported by the Bleeping Computer, which, by the way, is the most fantastic name for that.
That's a top 5 name of all time for anything.
Researchers from several British universities have trained a deep learning model capable of stealing data from keyboard keystrokes recorded with a microphony. For those of you who don't know how to pronounce Latin type words, microphone. Surprisingly, this new acoustic attack can already do this with an accuracy of 95%, using a microphone placed next to a keyboard, or with 93% accuracy when keystrokes are recorded over Zoom or other video conferencing software. Besides your passwords, this attack can also be used to steal messages or any other sensitive information typed on a victim's keyboard on one of the best laptops. For this attack to work, an attacker first needs to record keystrokes from the target's computer, either using a nearby microphone or through a smartphone that has been infected with malware. At the same time, keystrokes can also be recorded through Zoom calls or other video chat apps. According to the paper, which was a PDF, they tell me here in parentheses. Holy cow, that was necessary information that you had to pass along, or the whole credibility of your story is going to go downhill. What moron wrote this? Published by researchers using a different typing style or randomized passwords can help protect you from acoustic side channel attacks. A different typing style. Crossing my legs? Yeah. Right, the way you do it. Mm-hmm. What about the way I do it?
How do you do it?
Every finger I've got in my nose occasionally. No
one would ever pick that up.
However, they also say, hang on. They also suggested having white noise or even software-based keystroke audio filters playing in the background while typing.
No.
Just shut up.
No.
Just shut up.
No. Back in March, police officers were called to a home in Mill Creek, Washington.
And you can see why.
Well, it's Mill Creek, Washington.
Right?
By the way, do you know Mila Kunis was born in Ukraine?
Well, that does make some sense to me.
Remember that Gordon, somebody that does the TV show in UK? Mm-hmm. She was on there. And
Gordon Ramsay?
No,
Gordon
Ramsay'd be the chef, and that would be interesting because I think Mila could take him.
I think she could too.
Yeah.
She
called Russian. She thought it was a beautiful language, and she's told that when her mom calls, and all I say is something like, "Hi, mommy, how are you?" And she says, "Oh, I'm great. How are you?" Blah, 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 blah. Nothing but nice and pleasantries. It's told I sound like.
Right. I love you sounds like a threat.
No, that's German.
Same thing. And don't you ever forget that.
That's why you should always tell people you love them, because they need to hear it. And you should shout it at them in German because, well, they need to be kept on their toes.
Life
Where
is
was I now?
scary.
March 20th, police officers, Mill Creek, Washington, report items stolen from a house, according to Fox 13 TV. As they investigated, they discovered someone was living in the home's upstairs loft, where they found a bed, drug paraphernalia, and half-eaten food. The oblivious homeowners did say they may have noticed the smell of cigarette smoke. And I believe you're not allowed to live in Washington if you smoke, so I don't know what they're thinking.
Somebody must have told a joke and the guy upstairs laughed.
This was March 20th. Police suggested the homeowner wait until the person returned. That would be March 21st. They arrested 24-year-old Daniel Tomiyaga. In his possession, they found stolen items. Not to mention some meth and fentanyl.
Yeah.
What is the attraction to fentanyl? It kills you.
I don't get it. And they're mixing them with, what are they mixing them with now? Sedatives.
Oh, they'll mix it with most anything these days.
Yeah. Dangerous as heck.
No word, by the way, on how long young Daniel had been staying at the home.
And he certainly doesn't know.
He probably doesn't have a clue. He may know, but he has no way to put it into words.
Okay. Are you a plastic surgeon?
Yes.
Well, this guy may.
Well, I'm not. But I've also never played one on TV or radio.
You'd be happy to try, though, I'm sure.
I watched a TV show about plastic surgeons once.
Well, listen to this one. A man was.
They usually don't trust me with sharp cutty things or hot burny things.
You'd be at a Sonic fast food restaurant. There's nothing there that's sharp, except that
half the employees now are going to hurt you, and the other half are going, no.
Here's the worst part. I like Sonic.
I do.
But the closest one to me is in Bloomington, so it's on the other side of town, and I'm not driving down there for that.
Elk River's probably closer, dude.
You're probably right.
Well, it may not be closer,
but it's a better drive
to get to. Yeah.
A man was attacked at a Sonic fast food restaurant and stabbed through the head with a flagpole that still had the American flag attached.
The hell?
The attacker, Clinton Collins, charged the victim and stabbed him with the flagpole under his chin.
Collins?
Under his chin. Clinton Collins.
Werewolf?
Maybe he's from London. It went in under his chin and came out the right side of his temple. Reports say the victim will more than likely lose one of his eyes.
I'm going to guess the one where the pole went up and around. Through. Yeah.
In fact, it was probably sticking out up here somewhere. Hey, you eyeballing me?
Come to his own hat stand.
Can't help it, sir. Witnesses of the attack say that Collins stated, "That's what he gets. He deserved it." The Tulsa Police Department took a dim view.
They didn't agree, I would guess. Yeah.
No. They took Collins into custody at the scene. He'll be charged with felony maiming. Tulsa Fire Department immediately, sir, you in the back?
There's misdemeanor maiming?
Well, maybe it's just like tearing out a fingernail or something.
That's not really maiming. That's
or burning someone's eyebrows off.
Okay.
Temporary maiming.
Yeah.
The fire department was working on the victim when they responded to the call. The flagpole had to be cut to transport the victim to the hospital.
Well, yeah, there was too much.
I'm just thinking about, my old pal Scott Schramm, who flew air ambulance.
Yep.
Can you imagine?
He would have been one of the poor bastards who said, how are we going to cut that to get him in?
Yeah, right. And he goes, I can just see the door just ajar.
The flag part out the door.
Yeah. Just flapping in the breeze.
I think we're all patriotic.
The guy going, ow, 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 ow.
Oh, quiet, you big baby. You behave yourself, you wouldn't have a pole sticking through your head.
Emergency responders did an amazing job. The victim is expected to survive. Weehaw.
Yay.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
I don't believe I can. Artificial intelligence has now infiltrated television in China. And it must be true because it was on Oddity Central.
Don't they mean accidental intelligence? After all, they are commies.
No, I'm going to go with artificial.
Okay.
Ren Xiaorong, a virtual news anchor, who hopes to be one day a real boy, was introduced to viewers on People's Daily. For 365 days, 24 hours, I will be reporting the news for the whole year, round the clock, without rest, said Redundant Ren. I added the redundant.
Yep.
Because it seemed the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Whether at news sites or back in the studio, you will always see me. That's disturbing. She has absorbed the talents of thousands of news anchors who have suspiciously gone missing.
No, she hasn't.
Sounds like a bad science fiction movie.
I can't wait for all the mispronunciations, because you know when they've used AI voices online because they mispronounce stupid words.
Give them Wayzata.
Like product comes out product.
Give them Wayzata. You're done. The brain will explode.
Kissing me.
I just have pictures of all these, like shriveled bodies stacked in a corner because she's absorbed all of their talent. I have watched way too many science fiction films.
Yes, you have, and
she's absorbed the talents of it has absorbed the talents of thousands of news anchors and will continue to evolve based on feedback. Ren can answer many questions, except of course her answers will always, in fact, fall within the parameters given by the Chinese Communist Party.
Gosh, imagine that. Let's go back to my accidental intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. It's like intelligence, but it's not real.
Artificial intelligence is a commie?
Who knew? Well, this one is. I suspect, they come in all shapes and sizes.
This one's a democratic socialist.
Which makes all the difference.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.